There's the start of the third period. Here we go.
All right, let's see how the Rangers respond and how they come out for this third period after that big lift. Let's see how the Caps react. As Ron Gresham pointed out, Rangers did a good job of bottling up the Caps, held them to just 7 shots on goal in that second period.
Yeah, the other thing is, let's not forget also that the Islanders scored in the last minute in 2 of the games, and the Capitals came back right away the next period and scored a goal. And so maybe it doesn't affect them like most teams. I know it used to affect the teams that most of the teams I played for. It was just a complete letdown for you.
Rangers are without Don Maloney for the rest of the game. Caps are without John Barrett, involved in a fight coming off the bench and got game misconduct penalties. Duchesne back to Langway, moves it over to Christian for a shot that's blocked by Patrick. Picked up by Duchesne, checked by Ridley. Duchesne gives it away. Ruotsalainen comes out. Head for LaRouche off his stick. Murphy's there to play it. Off the glass and out of the zone. Christian with Gould on the right, Duchesne on the left. They come across. Gould for the shot, deflected by Melnick with a good play. And the Rangers knock it out of the zone. Miller overskated and one-hands it into the Cap zone. Greg Smith plays it. The veteran defenseman, Greg Smith, who came over from Detroit late in the season. Allison takes it back for the Rangers. Now it's Stevens breaking up the play. As they go back and forth between the blue lines, Melnick lifts it into the Cap zone. Allison forechecking, takes the puck away from Smith, centers. And it went to Carpenter. Couldn't clear. Now Carpenter gets it, rather Stevens gets it back. Across the line comes Carpenter. Drop to Stevens. Didn't get much on the shot. That one hit the outside of the net. Good play by Stevens. And Lachlan trailing.
What a holding.
Huber pushing it up the boards. Comes out of the zone. Murphy recovers. Adams to Stevens. Huber picks it up. Looks around. Osborne. Ryan McClellan drives one. Gloved head high by Peters. Cleared right out of the zone. A little over 2 minutes gone by in the third period. Washington 3, Rangers 2. Murphy. Still in control. Murphy toward the net, deflected off the skates of Samuelson. Shot by Gartner, deflects wide of the net. Picked up by Erickson. Jan Erickson goes cross ice. Weimer tips it into the Cap zone. Peters stops it for Langway. Alan Hallworth. Gartner waits to recover, backhands it in, and Van Beesbrook plays it, then covers it with Alan Hallworth right there. Christian is pulled, rather Francis-Getty was pulled down. 17:23 to go, third period.
A new import earns the right to be your car. It's not from Osaka or Tokyo, not from Milan, Stockholm, Stuttgart, or Paris. This car is imported from the middle of America. The all-new Delta 88 from Oldsmobile. For a sticker price of under $13,000, Delta 88 may raise all standards in a full-size car. Other imports may have some catching up to do. Delta 88, imported from the middle of America.
From your good old guy.
17 minutes, 23 seconds left. Third period, still 3-2. The Washington Capitals lead the Rangers.
Christian, Gould, and Hallworth have scored for Washington. McClellan and Osborne for the Rangers. Caps led 2-1 end of the first. Shot by Hatcher is high off the glass. Rangers have never led in the game. They were tied 1-1 in the first period. Now LaRouche with the puck along the boards. Patrick in front. It's blocked by Stevens. Good play by Scott Stevens. Lead for Christian was deflected by Kelly Miller. Back into the corner. Patrick is there. Now it's Miller sending out Ridley. Ridley against Hatcher. Hatcher takes him out of the play with a good check. Stevens, Miller right on him. Gould works it around. LaRouche goes for the puck. Back into the corner. Scott Stevens picks it up. The fifth player drafted in 1982, Scott Stevens. Feet for Hallworth. He was just offside. Would have been a pretty play had it worked. Hallworth waited, Stevens just stick-handled at the blue line a little bit.
Let's take a look at that. Here comes Stevens. Maybe Howard's on the right-hand side, but here's the flip pass. To left-hand, and wow, that was a very close play.
Alan Hallworth, who started his NHL career with the Buffalo Sabres, has blossomed into a big scorer this year, 34 goals. And there were some Ranger fans in the crowd. Many have traveled down from New York. Little holding by Huber, and Melnick able to break up that pass. Hallworth gets it to Francischetti. Bumped by Huber. Gartner picks up the puck, trying to work it in front. He shoots, and Van Beesbrook stops it. Melnick sends it around the boards to McClellan, past him. Caps go back to recover. Greg Smith with McClellan forechecking. Good play by McClellan on Smith. Did a little holding. Rangers trying to keep the puck in the zone. Allison gets there, ahead for Paymont. Paymont to McClellan. McClellan shoots, he stopped, and it's cleared aside. Gartner able to come out of the zone, tied up by Allison. Rangers come back. Weimer across the line. His quick shot knocked down with a glove by Peters. Knocked down by Allison to keep it in the zone. Good play. Allison turns ahead for Erickson. Poked away into the corner. Langway sends it up the boards. Pushed ahead by Greg Smith out of the zone. He had lost his stick. Good play by Greg Smith. Erickson cross to Allison. Allison turns. Nice feed for Weimer. His shot blocked. Deflected off Gartner. In the corner, Erickson digging for the puck. Out of the corner, Sandstrom is shot blocked by Langway. Erickson again falls down. Carpenter takes the puck away. Stopped by Ruotsalainen. Off the boards, Gartner gets there, drives it out of the zone. Good pressure by the Rangers. Ruotsalainen back for it. Now Helminen. 5 minutes gone by, third period. Washington 3, Rangers 2. Scott Stevens. Carpenter lost control. It's picked up by Lachlan. Patrick. Checked by Ruotsalainen on Carpenter in the corner. Lachlan works it free. Back into the corner it goes. Carpenter and Ruotsalainen tied up. In front, it's loose and played by James Patrick. Out to LaRouche. Leaves it for Helminen. Helminen takes it across, but gives it away to Bobby Gould. And Gould comes back with Lachlan on his right. Gould comes in against Melnick. Gould for the puck. Huber pokes it away from him. Melnick takes it out.
Rangers defense standing up very well at the blue line again.
LaRouche drives one high off the glass. Duchesne plays it. Osborne's on him quickly, but Duchesne gets free. Kevin Hatcher. Chased by LaRouche. Hatcher able to work it to the Ranger zone. 14 minutes to go in the third period. As Willie Huber plays it up the boards, the Rangers come out of the zone. Mike Ridley across the line. Poke checked away nicely by Langway. LaRouche knocks it in. Murphy plays it up the boards for Christian. He's tied up and able to clear the zone. Weimer. Back to Osborne. Osborne across the line. Poke checked away from him. Puck is loose. Ridley trying to find it. Ridley goes down, trying to bat it ahead. Christian takes it back out. A man from Warroad, Minnesota, Dave Christian, comes across the line against Shel Samuelson. Leaves it in the circle. It's knocked away by Weimer. Francischetti sends it around at Mark Taylor. Taylor with the puck. Checked by Ridley. Up the board. Stevens toward the net. It's wide. Francischetti knocks down Samuelson. Loose along the boards. Ridley dumps it out. Stevens goes back to recover the puck. It's icing on the New York Rangers. 13:02 to go. Third period. Game 1 of this best-of-7 series. Washington leads 3-2.
While most air freight companies spend the day on the ground, racing to pick up small packages so they can deliver them overnight, someone is already delivering them the same day. Eastern Airlines. Eastern Sprint service guarantees you small package delivery to over 90 cities the same day, or you don't pay. The guys who fly by night can't do that. Eastern Sprint, when it definitely, unquestionably has to be there today.
13 minutes, 2 seconds left. Third period, still 3-2 to the Washington Capitals lead.
Shots which were 13-7 in the first period for Washington are now 22-20. Washington 2 shots on goal to the Rangers 3 thus far in the third period. Allison setting Patrick as they discuss the face-off and what they want to do. Allison against Hallworth. Allison wins the draw. Round to Ruotsalainen. Sandstrom with the puck. Faking the shot, but lost control, and the Caps take it back. Stevens sends out Hallworth. Hallworth to the line. Patrick ties him up. It's sent in. Ruotsalainen has it. Around it goes. Tapped out of the zone by McClellan to Sandstrom. Tried to get it ahead for Allison, but Hatcher took it away. Sandstrom just lifted his head a little bit, took his eye off the puck, and did not get as much wood on it as he wanted to.
The Rangers are doing a very good job, though, on their half of the ice. I mean, an excellent job. They're bottling up. There you go. Look, 5 Rangers were back behind the blue line there, blocking them off.
Hollywood's hottest stars join Merv Griffin when he moves to Channel 9. Catch all the glamour and excitement on The Merv Griffin Show, premiering Monday afternoon at 1, right here on Channel 9.
12:21 left in the third period. Still 3-1, or 3-2. Washington Capitals. You people will notice how the Rangers are all back there. Very seldom now do they get caught on a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2, stuff like that. They've got the guys coming back.
Adams and Brook. Adams with the puck. Brook spins him around. Up the boards, Lachlan has it. Side of the net, Carpenter couldn't control. Melnick puts it back in the corner. Good pressure here by the Caps. Adams trying to come out of the corner. Brook won't let him. And Brook wins the puck. Good play by Bob Brook, and he comes out. It's 3-on-3. The Caps are back. Brook across, leaves it for Jan Eriksson. But it's given away, and Larry Murphy comes back for the Caps. Murphy, stick check by Eriksson. He hit the back of the helmet.
Nice save.
Payment, and that shot was taken by Adams. Paymont was hit with that pass in the back of the helmet. I'm surprised he wasn't shaken up. Didn't feel it at all. Melnick has it. 11:25 to go in the third period. 3-2 Washington. Paymont across the line, hooked and slowed down by Duchesne. He sends it around. Duchesne goes for the puck. Now it's Langway. Moving it. Samuelson stops. Hatcher plays the near side, and it's out of the zone. Recovered by Kelly Miller. Back into the Cap zone. Stopped on the line by Weimer. In the slot, it's taken away by Duchesne.
Here's a
2-on-1. Christian with Gould. Samuelson can't get back. Christian is stopped by Van Beesbrook, and the rebound cleared.
What a save that was, folks, and a big one. Whew.
Gould along the boards. Gould hooked from behind, trying to get a shot off, but nothing being called, and the Rangers take the puck. LaRouche sends to Weimer. 4-on-3 coming down. Weimer leaves it to Ridley. Ridley to LaRouche. Now it's Miller. Miller, back pass to Ruotsalainen. Wrist shot toward the net, deflected, loose in the scramble in front. They score! Ridley! And it's tied 3-3.
Well, how often do we say it? How often do we see it in this game of hockey? Van Beesbrook makes a fantastic save on Christian, and the Rangers come right back and score the goal. Let's take a look at it. Mike Ridley, that's Ridley. Watch him kick it forward. And then LaRouche put it forward, and Ridley puts the backhand. Pass Pete Peters, another look at it. Now watch LaRouche just push it forward. And there's the backhand by Ridley to tie the game up at 3. Another look at it. It all started with a great shot by Ruotsalainen. Right on net. Deflected by Kelly Miller. And LaRouche passed it over to Ridley, and Ridley puts it in.
3-3 the score. Rangers putting more pressure on. McClellan is tied up by Smith. Ruotsalainen with a shot that's blocked in front by Smith. Now it's McClellan. Allison set up in front. McClellan centers, blocked by Peters. It's poked free. Francis Getty gets there, but a whistle for a hand pass on the Caps.
That goal, Ridley gets the goal, his 4th. Miller and Ruotsalainen get assists at 9:37.
10:02 to go.
We saw LaRouche pass the puck on a replay.
Yeah. 10:02 to go in the third period, and the Rangers have dominated play here. They have skated well, checked well, and they have
Let's
really
take a look at Montreal. Sorry, Chris Nyland, number 30. You watch on the right of your screen. Here's Rick Green. He shoots the puck. And is a deflection, or here comes Chris Nyland right there. And puts it by Mike Liut, and Montreal has gone on the scoreboard. 3-1 now, Hartford.
Right here, it's 3-3. Sandstrom centering.
The Rangers are that goal is surely turned them around, that shorthanded goal.
Round the glass. It's Carpenter along the board, centering back out of the zone. That goal gave them the emotional lift. That got them into the game mentally and emotionally, I think, Phil.
I think so too, Sam. They're really playing well now.
Lachlan against Ruotsalainen. Steered aside. Loose puck. Adams goes for it. Over skates. Allison up the boards. Stopped by Greg Smith. Loose behind the net. Lachlan getting it out in front. Fanned on. The shot by Carpenter is stopped. Carpenter again. It's blocked. Carpenter into the corner. A lot of holding going on in front. Adams with the puck. Checked by Patrick. In front, McClellan tries to clear and does. Race for the puck. Sandstrom after it. Sandstrom gets to it. Sandstrom is hooked down, and nothing was called.
Oh, my Lord.
He was pulled down and went into the net. Lachlan sends it in. Stopped by Van Beesbrook, and he holds it. 8:59 to go. Third period. 3-3 the score. Van Beesbrook has made some more important saves.
In March 1986, the Saab 9000 was put through a series of tests at Le Mans and Montlhéry in France. When it was over, the Saab driver said,
"I don't believe it. We built a 5-passenger Porsche."
Test drive the new Saab 9000 at your local Saab dealer.
Third period, and we're tied up at 3-3.
Chant of "Let's go Caps" goes up from the crowd of over 18,000 packed into the Capitol Center. 3-3 the score. Rangers were down 3-1.
And to come back against a defensive-minded team as the Capital is quite a feat.
Hallworth tied up by Brook, who wrestles with him. Gartner centering it across. It was deflected by Erickson. Erickson doing a good job. Huber with the puck. Huber carries it in and drives one that's blocked by Langway. But Osborne was pulled across the line. Now Osborne and Murphy sticks up. Osborne swung his stick at Murphy. And penalties will be called. It looks like both players will go, and Langway's upset with that. He wants it. He feels that Osborne is the one who precipitated the stick swinging.
Well, I was watching back of the play, Sam. Brook and Howarth were swinging their sticks like crazy. Brook grabbed Howarth, and then Howarth took a wicked swipe at him. And I was watching that as they were skating up the ice talking to one another. And then I turned around and they were head over there.
Number 19, Mark Osborne of the Rangers.
Ryan Murray not happy at all. He's upset with the call of the coincidental minors. He's on the bench yelling out at Andy Van Helleman. Now he's at the opening of the door to talk with Captain Rod Langway. So you hear what he said? Can you read lips? He said, "What, are you kidding me?" when Langway told him what the penalties were.
So Osborne gets sloshing and Murphy holding at 11:23.
Three the score. Miller has 2 assists for the Rangers. Ruotsalainen has 2 assists. Hallworth with a drive, knocked away. Boy, that Hallworth has developed some shot. He's almost a carbon copy of Mike Gartner.
The way he skates and moves, you're right.
That's right, the way they fire the puck. Melnick plays it off the boards. Gartner's after him. Melnick plays it ahead for Erickson. Out comes Bob Brook. Erickson to Brook. He's tied up by Christian. Picked up by Paymont, but poked away by Hatcher. Erickson again. Ruotsalainen with some room. He shoots, knocked down. Peters jumping up and hit his chest. And Christian able to clear the zone. 7:45 to go. Third period. Game 1 of this best-of-7 series. It's developed into a thriller. Mark Taylor against Patrick. Patrick got a hold of him, ties him up. Loose puck behind the net. It's Taylor trying to come in front, blocked by LaRouche. Taylor looking around. Puck is still loose. Stevens tries to get in there. It's centered, but there's Miller to take it. Miller comes out one-on-one with Kevin Hatcher. Miller across. Tries to beat Hatcher with that move. He couldn't get in front. Centers, and it's blocked by Christian. Hatcher clears it out of the zone. This will be an icing. Weimer makes the touch. 7:06 left, third period. Mike Ridley's goal at 9:37 has tied it 3-3.
Here he comes now. See anything suspicious? I don't know. Keep staring at his cigar like there's something different about it. I'll bet it's the wrapper. Huh? Yeah, most cigars don't use natural leaf wrappers anymore. Now, gosh, your Vegas still gives you the rich tobacco taste of natural leaf wrappers. He's still staring at it. Hey, Jimmy, go on over and give him an honest cigar.
Gasha Vega, still an honest cigar.
He's doing it again.
7:06 left, third period. Score is still tied up at 3. Van Helleman came over to the timekeeper's box or something, said something to the timekeeper, and went back. I have no idea.
Allison on with McClellan and Sandstrom. Weimer and Samuelson. Toward the net, Peters knocks it aside. Adams comes out. Across the line is Carpenter. Feed to Lachlan. Around the net, Samuelson rides Carpenter into the boards with a headlock.
A lot of holding going on.
Taken away. Broken up by Samuelson. That's good play. Allison across for Sandstrom. Sandstrom against Langway. The shot is high off the glove of Peters and deflected into the corner. Lachlan trying to move it out of the zone, and it rolls out. Sandstrom recovers.
That puck is really bouncing and rolling. The ice must be not very good.
McClellan batting it out of the air, down the ice, and the Rangers take an icing. With 6:23 to go in this third period, Rod Langway. Early in the game, it didn't seem like he was getting much ice time. Now it seems like he's not getting off.
That's right. There's another guy that doesn't seem like he's off the ice a lot. Is Willie Huber.
Well, Huber and James Patrick have just been
Look at this.
really Iron Men for the Rangers.
I don't know what he's saying, but he's talking to Van Helleman about something. Maybe it's a change.
Ranger defense is Melnick and Huber. Brook, Erickson, and Osborne. Brook and Haworth on the draw. Haworth with Gardner on the right, Francis Getty on the left. Stevens and Murphy on the points. Won by Haworth. Murphy has the puck. Sends it around the boards. Melnick plays it. Osborne. Erickson taps it ahead. Stevens breaks it up. Picked up by Melnick. Here he comes. Melnick lost control. Now it's Erickson. Huber with some room. Drives one toward the net. It hit Brook. Stevens sends it out of the zone. Just under 6 minutes to go in the third period. Off the boards, Larry Murphy. Chasing him is Mark Osborne. Double teamed by Erickson, and it's cleared out of the zone. Played by Stevens. He's pulled down by Brook. Fans want something called.
I think you're right, Sam. Unless it's really flagrant, he's not going to call very much.
Van Helleman is like that,
yeah,
unless it's a blatant infraction. Gould sending it ahead. Duchesne trying to get to the puck. Pulls down Miller. Feed for Christian. That shot is blocked. Gould has the puck. For Duchesne, broken up by Ruotsalainen. He tapped it away. Miller sends it in.
That was a real good play by Ruotsalainen. He kept his poise there. But Kelly Miller blocked a good shot.
Langway sends out Duchesne. Now it's Gould. Back to Duchesne. Back pass. Comes to Christian. His shot is blocked by Ridley. Wow.
Oh, you're catching my
That's right. That's called sacrificing the body. Offside. And that always amazes me as far as what hockey players do to block a shot. 4:48 left, third period.
I'm Jimmy Connors, and it's about time you met my partner, my financial side. All successful people and companies have a financial side.
Let's go, partner.
But to really be a winning team, you might need some help.
We need some help.
You need Payne Weber behind you for financial expertise, sound advice. We believe the quality of life just might depend on the quality of your financial services.
Thank you, Payne Weber.
You're awfully stiff. You've got to loosen up a little bit.
4:48 left in this, the third period, and we have a tie hockey game at 3 apiece. Rangers and Capitals.
Rangers have never led in the game. They were down 1-0 and tied at 1-1. We're down 2-1 end of the first. It was 3-1 Washington at one point in the second period, but then a shorthanded goal by Mark Osborne, set up by Kelly Miller, helped turn things around. The Rangers have tied it here in the third. On the goal by Ridley, icing is called. 4:30 to go in the third period. Larry Murphy started his NHL career with the Los Angeles Kings. He was the 4th player drafted in 1980. This is his 3rd year with the Washington Capitals. You see the intensity of Brian Murray. To his right, his assistant, Ron LaPointe. Terry Murray, his other assistant, and his brother is upstairs. Should note that Barry Beck made the trip down and is with his teammates. Ron Greshner, of course, is here.
Everybody's
both
here.
are unable to play.
Everybody that has anything to do with the team is here.
Right.
That's the way it
Scratch
should be.
players are here. Allison on the draw. Loose, and the Rangers control. Well, you like to have Allison out on those face-offs in your defensive zone. Sandstrom across the line. Quick shot is high and wide. Gartner lifts it up and out. Rangers back for it. Melnick forechecking his Carpenter. Now it's McClellan sending it in. Stevens avoids the check of Allison. That pass off the skates of Carpenter. Here's Murphy with it. Melnick couldn't break it up. Adams gets to the puck. Adams centers, and there is Sandstrom coming back, but Carpenter scores!
No.
I saw the net.
It was Willie
Knocked
Huber's
out.
stick. It was Willie Huber's stick from when he was behind the net that hit the net, Sam.
Just as the shot was
just as the
taken.
shot. That's right. Let's take a look at it. Now watch Willie Huber's stick. Maybe you'll see the net go. Sandstrom gives the puck away. Now I guess you won't see it from that angle, but that was a save. The crowd jumped up. There's Willie Huber getting up. He had fallen behind the net. Here's another look at it. There's Carpenter shooting it, and there's Willie Huber. You see that? That's why the net bulged, and you thought the puck went in.
Should I doubt Mr. Van Beesbrook? The way he's been playing, he comes up with another one. 3:50 to go in the third period. Brook on the face-off with Carpenter. Brook out to Paymont. And into the Cap zone. Peters stops it for Stevens. Pulled down by Paymont. Paymont to Osborne. Tried to tee up a backhander, and it just slid off his stick. Carpenter with the puck. 3:25 to go in the third period. 3-3 the score. Lachlan was trapped in the Ranger zone. Stevens tries to find a way in. Bumped by Paymont. Ruotsalainen to Osborne. Osborne holds. Ahead to Ruotsalainen centers. It was deflected. Batted up into the crowd by Stevens. Hatcher and Ruotsalainen got sticks on one another. Caps are upset with Van Helleman. 3:04 to go in the third period.
A new import earns the right to be your car. It's not from Osaka or Tokyo, not from Milan, Stockholm, Stuttgart, or Paris. This car is imported from the middle of America. The all-new Delta 88 from Oldsmobile. For a sticker price of under $13,000, Delta 88 may raise all standards in a full-size car. Other imports may have some catching up to do. Delta 88, imported from the middle of America.
From your good old guy.
It is 3-3. It is the third period. There are 3 minutes and 4 seconds left in this third period. And we're staring overtime in the face, the way these two teams are playing.
Now here's Langway taking the face-off.
That's surprising with Christian out there.
Langway wins it.
Well, no, Ridley went forward, too. He helped him win it. He tried to push it through, which was a smart play by Ridley, because that's a defenseman on it.
Langway plays the boards to Christian. Under 3 minutes to go in the third period. Now it's Bob Gould in center, lifting it up into the corner. Miller is tied up with Duchesne. Duchesne gets free. It's Gould with a puck. He's checked by Ridley. Centered, and it comes all the way out of the zone.
Right back to the point that Larry Murphy vacated by trying to go into the slot.
Langway going cross-ice to Christian, coming in against Melnick. Christian waits. Sends it into the corner. Duchesne is bumped by Huber. Puck is loose. Ridley finds it. Ridley fires it out. Miller comes out with LaRouche on the left side. Miller against Langway. Miller trying to beat him. Langway ties him up. Tough to beat Rod Langway, one-on-one. Around it goes. Langway stops the puck. Plays the boards to Duchesne. Duchesne fires it out to center. Deflects up into the crowd with exactly 2 minutes to go in the third period. Rangers have the only goal of the third period. That by Mike Ridley at 9:37 from Miller and Ruotsalainen to tie it at 3-3.
The Rangers outscored Philadelphia 8-1 in the third period in the 5-game series. And they do a great job in that third period of shutting down the other team and getting a goal. Which is a tough thing to do. And here you figure these guys, you know, they just played on Tuesday. They played 5 games in 8 nights. And in the third period, they've still got a lot left.
They're really coming on. They've really come on in this game. You know who's going to win that game up in Montreal?
No.
The Hartford Whalers.
Are they 4-1 now?
It's 4-1 with less than a minute to go. Stuart Gavin, an empty net goal, his second goal of the game. The Whalers will take a 1-0 lead in that best-of-7 Adams Division final. And they've won 4 straight in the playoffs. 3 over Quebec and now 1 over Montreal. Ruotsalainen sending it ahead.
Look at that puck bounce.
Picked up by Haworth. 1:38 to go in regulation time. Smith sends it around to Stevens. 3-3 the score. 1.5 to go. Lost. McClellan has it knocked away. Patrick recovers. Peters for Greg Smith. He's tied up by Allison. And a whistle stops play. Looks like Andy Van Hellemond was hit in the face. That brought the whistle.
You got a stick, it looks like, in the eye. You can see him touching it.
1:20 remains in the third period. Tied 3-3 as the Caps trainer checks out Andy Van Hellemond's right eye. The division finals in the Campbell Conference get underway tomorrow night. Toronto at St. Louis and Calgary at Edmonton.
Now, where will they have this face-off?
All over at the Forum in Montreal. Hartford wins game 1, 4-1. Mike Liut continues to be very tough in goal for Hartford.
You get the hot goaltending. See Van Hellemond holding his right eye and the right side of his. Let's see if we can see what happens here. Watch the stick of James Patrick.
Oh, wow.
That's what got him.
Still trying to shake it off. Some shot. Obviously, vision may be a little blurry. I'm trying to get it clear. Get out the windshield wipers. Washington Capitals would say his vision has been a little blurry in this third period. They haven't been happy with it, with some of the non-calls. Rangers keep it in. Shot by Osborne, deflected high in the air, knocked down by Langway. 1:10 to go. Third period, 3-3 the score. Carpenter with the puck. Drives one, knocked away by Van Beesbrook. Adams shot it wide. 1 minute to go in regulation time. Erickson takes the puck out of the zone. It deflects. Caps are offside. Adams was still in. 55 seconds to go.
There's Greg Adams. Hasn't seen all that much ice time in this third period. Jorgen Pettersson has only seen 1 shift. As the Capitals make a change, they send out Christian, Duchesne, Bobby Gould. 55 seconds left in regulation time.
Boy, it's great to see the big crowds here at the Capitol Center. I remember
It is.
5-6 years ago, this was a half-empty arena as the Caps struggled. Finally, they've become one of the best teams in the National Hockey League, and the fans have responded. Van Beesbrook stops it for Huber. 40 seconds to go in regulation time. 3-3 the score. Brook gets the puck. Past Duchesne to Osborne. Blocked by Langway. Up into the Caps bench. 33 seconds to go. Christian, Gould in the first period for Washington. McClellan for the Rangers. Hallworth and Osborne in the second period. But that Osborne goal at 17:33, a shorthanded goal, turned things around for the Rangers, and Ridley tied it at 9:37 on that scramble in front. Right now, the assist to Miller and Ruotsalainen, but LaRouche should get an assist on that
Yeah,
one.
he really should. He passed it to Ridley.
25 seconds to go. There's the time. Ruotsalainen goes for the puck. Bats it up the boards. Taken away by Gould. He's checked by Patrick. Now it's Christian. Christian goes cross ice for Murphy. He's open. Murphy shoots high.
Hit the goalpost. He hit the goalpost. The outside of the goalpost.
Hooked ahead to Kelly Miller with 5 seconds. Miller for Ridley. It's cleared out by Christian. We're going to overtime. Well, well, well. Game 1 of this Patrick Division Final. The Rangers and the Washington Capitals. Well, I think both of us felt, Phil, that the Rangers and Caps matched up pretty well.
They've been even all during the season. And 3-3-1. You can't get any closer than that.
So the Rangers, who we thought might be a little down or a little flat early in the game, came on strong the second half of the game. They get the only goal of the third period. At the end of regulation time, it's tied 3-3.
With thousands of tourist attractions in California, you'd better see this one first. Hertz affordable rates as low as $118 a week.
People are turning to caffeine-free Diet Coke, not only for its great taste, but also...
Just for the free of it.
Kryptonite free.
Just for the fun of it.
Shot free.
Just for the smile of it.
Toll free.
Caffeine free. Just for the joy of it. Just for the...
Pain free.
Oh. Just for the cool of it. From Coca-Cola.
Sin free.
Just for the taste of it. Caffeine free Diet Coke.
Introducing the amazing Minolta Maxim, the world's easiest SLR, because it alone has built-in automatic focusing. Look, Maxim's autofocus lets you get perfect shots before others can even focus. Change lenses. Maxim again gets the shots that used to get away.
Only the human eye focuses faster.
Minolta Maxim.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
The world-famous MetLife representative is adding new recruits to his prompt payment squadron. You mean the one that makes sure MetLife claim checks get delivered promptly? Yes, it's very important. Snoopy is really getting tough with his new recruits, isn't he? Only the best will do for MetLife customers. What happens to the birds who don't make it into the prompt payment squadron? They go into advertising. Get Met, it pays.
I'm spending a day discovering the outer limits of Mazda's new RX-7 Turbo with one of Mazda's racers, Rod Millen. Now, I don't recommend you run this heavy-cool turbo up to 140 miles an hour, or go 0 to 60 in 6.7 seconds, or take it up to a 0.86G cornering limit. You really ought to go take a ride in one, but not with this guy.
Motor Trend Magazine's Import Car of the Year, Mazda RX-7.
Welcome back to the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland. This is Game 1 of the best-of-7 series, and I guess you can't get much closer than we've had here. The Rangers, with a fine comeback, have tied the Washington Capitals 3-3. There is only a 10-minute intermission. I'm surprised. I thought there was a full intermission, but it's only 10 minutes.
Well, whatever it takes to clean the ice, I think, and then they'll get them back out there. But the Rangers came on very strong in that third period, and frankly, that surprises me after playing 5 games in 8 nights. But again, let's give credit to the coaching staff. for having these guys ready. And let's give credit to the players. Boy, they really, really are dedicated, and it's terrific to see.
Yeah, it's a very difficult thing, and I've seen it in other sports. You know, you win a big series, you upset a team, and you tend to linger on that. You dwell on it, and rightfully so, and yet the Rangers have been able to now turn their attention to the Washington Capitals tonight.
Well, that's right, and that's because, like Jack Burt said last period, in between periods, he said, hey, look, we were prepared. We had our game plan all set. Plus, they played against these guys 7 times this year, so they absolutely know the team, you know. It's not like you're going into a game where you haven't played the other team at all, or only 3 times or something. So you know, and you got your game plan, and you know what you got to do.
Okay, right now Mike Emmerich is with a special guest, so let's go to Mike.
Thank you, gentlemen. Along with me is Barry Beck, captain of the Rangers, who has not had a chance to play much this season. I would have to think this has to be agony for you, especially so many times that you were in the playoffs and providing that punch for the Rangers, and now tonight have to sit and, like me, watch this on television.
Well, it's obviously disappointing for me, but you know, I'm behind the guys 100%. They're playing great, and I can't be happy enough for them. Maybe a little bit down the road, I might get a chance to play in another series if we can get past Washington. It's feeling a little bit better, but last week when I skated both times, you know, it swelled up on me. So, you know, I've just got to take it, play it by ear and day by day.
It should almost seem like it would be an advantage to have a sling or a cast like Ron Greshner has when you're injured this long, because it's invisible, although the hurt is mostly is certainly painful.
Yeah, of course it is, but you know, that's why I sort of try and stay out of the way. You know, I have a habit of sort of getting in and mucking around a little bit, even in practice, fooling around a little bit, and you know, I can hurt it just by putting on my coat. So I got to be careful, and I've beaten it up over the past couple of years quite a bit, and it needs a little bit of time to rest, and that's the last thing I have is time. So, you know, I just have to keep working on it and hope something good is going to happen.
All right, this game, your analysis of it, especially in the first period, were you concerned about how things started?
Well, I think both teams were very tense, and I think they're both pretty apprehensive, and I think the game picked up a little bit in the third period with both teams knowing that the game was on the line then. But in the first period, it was a little bit rough on both teams, and I think the series, the teams will play a lot better as the series goes along.
You're a man who exudes confidence and always has. Were you confident at the outset of the first series against Philadelphia?
Well, I mean, I think being realistic, I don't think anybody gave us a very good chance to beat Philadelphia, including myself. But you always know that you have a chance to win when you're a player, and you're always confident when you go out on the ice. And that's why the guys won, because they were confident and they believed that they could win.
Overtime hockey, different than the first 3 periods we've seen?
Yeah, it's obviously different because the first shot is going to win the game for either team. We haven't done too well in overtime during the year, but you know, in this case, it's one shot, and we have some players that can score some goals, and I think Pierre's been pretty quiet tonight, and I think the fire starter, it's a good chance for him to start a fire right now.
There you have the forecast from Barry Beck. We're after the third period, preparing for the first sudden death overtime period as we go back upstairs to Sam Rosen.
Thanks, Mike, and thank you, Barry Beck. We are moments away from overtime. Rangers and Caps tied 3-3.
This Bud's for all that you do.
They said this city was through. You said, no way.
Each day the spirit's growing. Your pride is really showing. You make America work, and this Bud's for you.
Here's to you. Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
This Bud's for you.
If you're thinking of buying a home, at today's prices, you can't afford to make mistakes. And you could learn to avoid them right here in this room. I'll tell you how after this.
Getting where you want to go takes more than hard work. It takes financial planning. At Manufacturers Hanover Trust, our planning seminars and private consultations show you how to make the smartest use of your money. How to keep more of what you make and make more of what you keep. How to use investments and credit to build yourself a more rewarding future. Financial planning from Manufacturers Hanover. We realize your potential.
To find out how you can reserve a seat at a Manufacturers Hanover home buying seminar, call 1-800-MHT-BANK. You'll learn the pros and cons of buying a house, a co-op, or condo. and how to benefit from tax savings, mortgage options, and more. The $35 fee includes a free private financial consultation, so call now.
Coming up next on a late edition of News 9 Prime Time, a backlash of terror after the U.S. raid on Libya.
Police defused a potentially deadly situation on an El Al jet.
New evidence tonight of a move to overthrow Colonel Gaddafi.
And floodwaters rising in parts of New Jersey tonight.
That and much more coming up next.
Join us.
Welcome back to the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland. Moments away from sudden death overtime in this first game of the best-of-7 series. And the Rangers tied the game in the third period on a goal by Mike Ridley.
Okay, let's take a look at it. There's Ruotsalainen's shot. It's deflected, knocked down by Kelly Miller. Now, there's Ridley. Watch LaRouche puts it over to Ridley, and he puts the backhand in, and they have changed the assist. They gave the goal. Ridley, Miller, and LaRouche got the assist on that goal. And that was at 9:37.
The way the scoring went in the first period, Christian at 8:46 from Murphy and Langway. Then McClellan tied it at 11:48 from Brook and Ruotsalainen. Gould gave the Caps a 2-1 lead at 12:39 from Duchesne and Langway. 2-1 end of one. Hallworth made it 3-1 at 6:39 of the second from Gartner and Smith. Then the shorthanded goal, Osborne from Miller at 17:33. 3-2, end of two, and then Ridley at 9:37, his fourth of the playoffs from Miller and LaRouche, and that tied it. Total shots on goal, Caps had 7 in the third period, total 27. Rangers 5 in the third period, total 22. We will be back at the Capitol Center with sudden death overtime. Rangers and Capitals in just a moment.
Overtime. There will be an extra charge for every seat in the house. Why not? You pay for extra minutes on long-distance calls, don't you?
Even some businesses are paying for long-distance service by the minute. Well, RCA helps business beat the clock. With us, you pay a fixed monthly fee, so your company can transmit voice, data, and fax 24 hours a day with no overtime charges. Now, that's something to cheer about.
A new import earns the right to be your car. It's not from Osaka or Tokyo, not from Milan, Stockholm, Stuttgart, or Paris. This car is imported from the middle of America. The all-new Delta 88 from Oldsmobile. For a sticker price of under $13,000, Delta 88 may raise all standards in a full-size car. Other imports may have some catching up to do. Delta 88, imported from the middle of America.
From your good old guy.
Caps and Rangers, game one of this best-of-7 series, tied 3-3. Mike Emmerich is standing by with Ron Greshner. Let's go back to Mike.
Hang on. Gresh, what do you think about overtime?
That's probably the most exciting part about hockey in the playoffs is the overtime right now, and I think it's going to be a lot of shots taken at the goal from everywhere.
Gee, Kelly Miller, fantastic.
Yeah.
Getting the two.
Yeah, and that was a great third period for us. We played really well.
All right, what do we look for in the first couple of shifts in overtime? Do we get the same sort of testing out period that we did at the outset of the first?
I think it's going to be a lot of, when the puck's dumped in, it'll be dumped out, and guys are going to be going after it and getting to the red line, blue line, taking shots at the net, trying to get that goal. Everybody's a little bit nervous at the start, and you want to get that, get them shots on goal. The only way the puck can go in the net if you shoot it. That's what we look for. I think I'd pick a guy like Rayo or something like that to score a goal.
I see. Barry Beck made mention of the fact that he thought it might be Pierre LaRouche. I guess those are both very good choices.
Oh, very good. Or anybody. I mean, Thomas Sandstrom, he can shoot the puck good from a long ways out too. Or Willie Huber. All those guys. It's going to be a big thing for us if we can win this game right now.
It's just a minor point. The intermission only 10 minutes rather than the usual 18. Does it make any difference?
No, you're so. I think a lot of guys would rather just stay out on the ice and keep on going right at it. And only have a few minutes in there because you want to really get going. You're so anxious to be back on the ice.
Got a question. Did you ever have one of those playoff beards like we see some of the Capitals with tonight?
We did in '81 when we went to the semifinals, but I think we're trying to be a little more clean-shaven. And we're here to win, though.
Let's go back upstairs now to Sam Rosen.
Well, as Ron Greshner pointed out, Rangers have not fared that well in overtime. They have not won in overtime this year. 7 losses and 6 ties. That's in regular season play. The Caps did not lose in overtime. They won 4, and they tied 7 in 11 overtime games. Don't forget, Game 2 of this series is Saturday night. We'll have it for you right here on WOR-TV Channel 9 live at 7:30. Games 3 and 4 at Madison Square Garden. Monday night on Madison Square Garden Network at 7:30. Wednesday night on Madison Square Garden Network at 8 o'clock. If Game 5 is necessary, it's back here at the Capitol Center on Friday, April 25th. We'll have it for you live on Madison Square Garden Network at 8 o'clock and on delayed tape on WOR-TV Channel 9 immediately following Mets baseball. The Rangers are back. And the Caps are just returning. And 20 minutes have been posted. This is not like regular season play. It's not a 5-minute sudden death overtime. They will play to a full period if needed. Of course, first goal and it's over. And then if they finish 20 minutes, it's back into the locker room, resurface the ice, and another intermission.
Well, I tend to agree with Ron Greshner. They'll be shooting from everywhere and dumping the puck in and dumping it out. A lot of maybe icings and offsides, or icings anyway and stuff like that. But that's the fact. They just don't want it to stay in their zone. But guys will be taking shots from everywhere, and they should be. Well, overtime in the Stanley Cup.
But now, isn't there a tendency to just be, well, a little tight because you don't want to make that mistake that could cost you? You've got to be a little careful. You want to shoot the puck, but you want to keep control of the puck. I don't know that you want to give it away so rapidly.
No, that's true. You don't want to do that. But Sam, if you got the puck at the blue line, at the red line,
right,
and you see that there's nowhere to go with it, you won't try to make that cross ice pass in the overtime. You throw it in and you go in and try to forecheck, and you'll try to quick change too, to get fresh guys on there to catch the other team. So let's see what happens.
Ridley, Miller, and LaRouche open with Patrick and Ruotsalainen. Gould has the puck.
There you go.
In the Ranger zone. Patrick Ford, Gould on him. Double team, Duchesne is in there. It's loose behind the net. Ruotsalainen takes it. Rangers come out, Ridley in the middle. Ridley across the line, poke free. Ridley gets to the puck and shoots wide. He centered across. Ruotsalainen just missed the deflection. Down comes Gould. Melnick back for the puck, bats it ahead. Duchesne couldn't keep it in.
Boy, that was a close call for Reijo Ruotsalainen. The puck just went right between his legs.
Side of the net, Van Beesbroek stops for Melnick. Melnick ahead for Allison. Past Kelly Miller. Greg Laughlin has it for Washington. Back to Greg Smith and on to Scott Stevens. Adams is tied up by Huber. Stevens taking that pass intended for Sandstrom. This is Carpenter. Now to Stevens. Little over a minute gone by in overtime. Stevens shoots wide. Deflects to the far side. Out to the point. Greg Smith shoots. It's blocked. Sandstrom. Lead for McClellan. McClellan goes in against Peters. He shoots. He scores! And the Rangers win! The New York Rangers, who were down 3-1, have won for the first time in overtime this season. They couldn't have picked a better time to win an overtime game. They have won Game 1 of this best-of-7 series as Caps coach Brian Murray heads for the locker room disappointed, but look at the jubilation on the part of the Rangers. Down 3-1, they come back on Brian McClellan's second goal of the game. The Rangers win in overtime, 4-3.
What a pass by Thomas Sandstrom up the middle to Brian McClellan, and he just put on the burst of speed. What a great pass. Here he comes. Watch, he goes right between the legs. Look out, Peters. He's staying right in his net. He doesn't move. Then he starts moving back. Fakes the shot. Then a beautiful shot by Brian McClellan. Here he comes in again. Stevens can't catch him. He tries to whack at him a little bit, but can't do it. And Brian McClellan fakes the shot, then beats him. There's the fake shot right there. Freezes the goaltender. then puts it right between the legs of Pete Peters, and the Rangers win 4-3.
1:16 of overtime. Boy, that was quick. I was settling in for a long period. But Brian McClellan with 2 goals, the first for the Rangers and the last. The Rangers have won in overtime in game 1, 4-3. We'll be right back.
Bud Thunder. It's revved up and coming at you.
Introducing the amazing Minolta Maxim, the world's easiest SLR, because it alone has built-in automatic focusing. Look, Maxim's autofocus lets you get perfect shots before others can even focus. Change lenses. Maxim again gets the shots that used to get away.
Only the human eye focuses faster.
Minolta Maxim.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
Your financial picture. It's brighter than ever before. But to get where you want to go, you need more than traditional banking. We're Manufacturers Hanover. We'll introduce you to a world of advanced financial services. From banking at home to personal money management, we'll help speed you toward your financial goals. Manufacturers Hanover, the financial source worldwide.
Bud Thunder. It's revved up and coming at you.
Well, you've heard it many, many times when people say the playoffs are a new season. It is definitely a new season.
Absolutely.
The Rangers turn it around on the Flyers, and suddenly the Rangers find a way to win in overtime.
That's right. The first time this year they win in overtime, and they do it with hard work. They're down 3-1 in a playoff game against the Washington Capitals, who are second best defensive team in hockey, and they come back and they win the game, and you got to give them a lot of credit.
Short-handed goal late in the second period, turned the game around.
And you said it, Sammy, because you said, if I recall, you said, now we'll see whether this turns everything around for the Rangers or not. Here comes another look at this overtime goal by Brian McClellan. He puts on his speed. Here's where he freezes the goalie, right there. Then fakes and then puts it in. Whenever you do that, he froze the goaltender. And Peters went down and he put it right between his legs. And the Rangers win. As Brian McClellan scores the overtime goal.
Surprising speed by Brian McClellan to break past the defense.
Well, he was moving on the move, and Stevens was standing still, and he had the other guy beat altogether, and he just went right through there, and he really put on the speed. There was no way Stevens could catch him.
Shots on goal for the game. Rangers 23, Caps 27. Rangers getting the only shot in overtime. It's McClellan from Sandstrom at 1:16 for the game winner. Brian McClellan, and we talked before the game to the coaching staff about Brian McClellan having to break out offensively, and that's what he did. And right now, Brian McClellan is with Mike Emmerich, so let's go to Mike.
Thank you, gentlemen. Brian McClellan here. Gee, when you stop to think of this game, he came in 2 hot goaltenders. The Rangers get down by 2, fire up, come right back in the third, and then you get the key one. Was there a point in the game when you saw it swing?
Yeah, I think it was the second goal. When they put up 3-1, I think we got down a little bit. And we knew we had to come out and get a big goal. I think that second goal is the one that turned it around. Once we got that, we knew we're going to have a shot at the end of the game.
Came at him real early in overtime. What was the talk in the room before the overtime started?
I thought it was a pretty confident locker room, you know. We wanted to go out there, play aggressive, and go for the win. I don't think we've won a game in overtime this year. And, you know, we had the momentum going, I thought. I thought we took it to them in the end of the third period, and they were a little tired. And so that's how we felt in the room.
We're dealing with just split seconds, but my question is, did you have anything in mind when you were moving in on the breakaway?
Yeah, Will Payman talked about it in the locker room before the game, that you want to fake a shot and go between his legs. I guess Goulet did that a lot in Quebec, and that's what I was thinking of when I went down the breakaway.
Gee, this team has changed so much since the end of the regular season. Of course, you've seen it coming in mid-year.
Yeah, I think we're playing a lot more confidence right now.
you know, we struggled there for a point, and a lot of guys were getting down. You know, we weren't playing our game, and it's been coming along lately, bit by bit.
Congratulations to the old Bowling Green Falcon, George McPhee, another one of the alumnus came by and congratulated him as well. Back upstairs we go now to Sam and Phil.
Brian McClellan, 2 goals and the game winner at 1:16 of overtime. The Rangers win Game 1, 4-3. We'll be right back.
Out here, it's me alone against the course. But in the financial world, you need all the help you can get. You need the PaineWebber Army behind you.
Even golf legends can use some financial backup. PaineWebber is ready to roll, putting all its resources at your command. We believe the quality of life just might depend on the quality of your financial services.
Thank you, PaineWebber. Now that's the kind of army you want behind you.
I'm spending a day discovering the outer limits of Mazda's new RX-7 Turbo with one of Mazda's racers, Rod Millen. Now, I don't recommend you run this Ever-Cool Turbo up to 140 miles an hour, or go 0 to 60 in 6.7 seconds, or take it up to a 0.86 cornering limit. You really ought to go take a ride in one, but not with this guy.
Motor Trend Magazine's Import Car of the Year, Mazda RX-7.
Just for the style of it, just for the chill of it, just for the love of it, Diet Coke. Oh, just for the laugh of it, just for the look of it, just for the light of it, Diet Coke. Just for the fun of it, just for the just for the smile of it, Diet Coke. Just for the cool of it, from Coca-Cola. Just for the taste of it, Diet Coke.
Data General asks, are you buying yesterday's technology? Data General, computer systems so advanced, we win more major contracts than any other company. Data General.
Rangers lead the series 1-0 with a 4-3 overtime win in Game 1. Game 2 Saturday night on WOR-TV Channel 9, live at 7:30 from the Capitol Center. Monday and Wednesday at Madison Square Garden. Monday at 7:30 on Madison Square Garden Network. Wednesday at 8 o'clock on Madison Square Garden Network. If Game 5 is necessary, back here Friday, April 25th, live on Madison Square Garden Network at 8 o'clock. And delayed tape on WOR-TV Channel 9 following Mets baseball. So that wraps it up for Game 1. Our thanks to statistician John Kramer, for Phil Esposito, Mike Emmerich, and Ron Greschner. This is Sam Rosen. Thanks for being with us. New York Rangers hockey has been brought to you by Data General, for computer systems that put you a generation ahead.